Welcome to Voices for Justice with Danielle.
All right, coming up next is someone who is here to educate us all on coercive control and teach us what we can do as a community to support one another with Mica's Law and it becoming a reality. She was the only lawyer who would actually take Mica's case and has helped our family since day one. She has dedicated a lot of time and resources, and we appreciate her more than you can ever know. Please welcome Miss Regina Ward.
Turn your mics on. Can you hear me now? Yes. Hello, Michael. I'm so glad you are here supporting this cause, coming out and standing what is right and what is just. We have a lot of work to do here, a lot of work, and we need a lot of hands doing it. Thank you very much. I wanted to tell everyone that showed up that you are brave. You are showing your face associated with this insidious abuse that happens behind closed doors. Yeah. Woo. You know what we're gonna do? What? We're gonna float in like a beautiful butterfly. And if we don't get that honey, which is the coercive control law deal, we're gonna sting like a bee, baby. So you better run and you better hide. All of you abusive, coercive, control, narcissistic, egocentric, soul-destroying abusers. We are going down. You are going to be held accountable. We are going to stop you in your tracks. Justice for Mica means justice for everyone that is left in her situation, that needs a hand up to get out, who needs a law to kick that door open so they can escape, so they can get out of there. There is nothing protected, nothing that gives them a hand out. Criminalizing coercive control behavior. And I know there are some of you out there going, what is this thing that's going on here? Well, you come to the right place because I'm going to tell you what it is, and it will blow your mind that it exists. Criminalizing coercive control behavior raises awareness. This is abuse, emotional abuse, that takes place behind closed doors. When you criminalize the abuse, the emotional abuse is criminalized. It provides validation to the victim. It provides protection to the victim. Now I want to stop for 1 second. And I want to thank all you vendors who showed up with your support. Every vendor that is here is donating their proceeds to fund WaymakersSC.com, which is Mica's dream come true. Thank you for all of you who have shown up, who are giving your money and supporting Mica. She is looking down, and oh my goodness. You know what she would say? God is working. God is following His plan. I want to thank everyone that is a survivor who has had the courage to come forward and say it. Most times when you are a survivor, you don't want to tell anybody. You feel embarrassed about it almost. should never happen. The one that should feel convicted and be convicted is the one that tears you down. I want to thank all of you cyber sleuths out there working, sharing your information, putting together puzzles. This is a ginormous 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle. And every chip that comes in, every voice that is raised, every victim that comes forward, every person who has something to offer or wants to help, please, you are making a difference. And thank you, thank you, thank you. I'd like to personally thank FBI. Aren't they something? When we saw that, were we not proud? There is a beautiful woman. I hope that she is standing there. Abby. Where's our Abby? Abby Francis is Mica's baby sister. And you know what baby sister did? This. Give her a big hand. Now they're not all up here, they're all everywhere, but I'll tell you what. Have you ever seen a family that come together so tight and so close and stood up for their sister to get justice and fight for her and make sure that this world knows that her life had purpose? Now we all miss her. The Lord knows that she's not talking loud now. You're out there wondering, what is this conversing? Oh, urge and control. We need to come up with a new word for that. Oh yeah, it's called emotional abuse. It's called emotional trauma. It's called psychological warfare. Now, everybody knows when a law is written, or mostly even in our Constitution, there are some words, some pronouns that they use, that every man, mankind, will be protected and have a right to life, liberty, justice, and a pursuit of happiness. I'm a little confused. When we say the pronouns, he is protected, and all men are created equal, I'm totally confused. Because the last time I looked at the words, women, W-O-M-E-N, do you understand that the word men is incorporated in the word woman? Go back and look at your profile sheet and he. Why do we say he? We should be using she because it's S-H-E. Did you notice the P was at the end of it? So whenever I say she was abused and he didn't, one encompasses all and the other doesn't. Coercive control. It refers to a pattern of behavior used by one person to dominate, manipulate, intimidate, threats of humiliation, emotional abuse, and isolation. It is an assault with the intent to harm, punish, fragment the victim through fraudulent misrepresentations. Those words, they each have meaning, but they don't really tell you what goes on. I've got to say a few things from a list of women that put it together. There are such things as bricks of seduction. Bricks build walls. That's when they offer to go shopping so you don't have to. Isn't that nice? Claiming they're jealous. Or when they're jealous, it's because they just love you. And when you have a conversation with the guy that's selling you the hot dog, and you get accused of flirting, and you go, what? Taking you to work, driving you there, so you don't have to. Isn't that nice? Keeping you isolated from your family and your friends. You don't need to hang out with your friend. She's no good. You can't talk scene for her. Everybody gonna think about you. Making up lies, false, misrepresentations to isolate. You should stay away from your family. They're no good. They're using you. Isolation. Take away your support system. Picking a fight right when you're about to walk out the door to go to work. So you'll be late. Interfering with your job. Calling you incessantly. Texting you incessantly. Why? Because they love you. No. Because they're trying to control you. Coming and telling you lies about what other people are saying about you. Not happening. What happens is if you're not the one that's being victimized, it's hard to see how this can be a crime. Psychological warfare has been used as a military tactic for centuries because it works. It tears down the person that's being executed on. It happens day by day, little by little, until at one moment when the victim, when she looks up and says, all of a sudden to herself, why do I feel so depressed? Why do I feel like a failure? I thought I was a good person. Because it was planted there. It's all a lie. It's all a lie. It's all a lie. It becomes psychologically.
Yes, that's Regina Ward is talking right now.
Yep. Of this. To avoid this, you find yourself tiptoeing, ducking, so that you don't get anything started. Pay attention, ladies. If you're living in this kind of environment, you need to get out. You need to tell. We got a lot of supporters here. We need to give a shout out to all those protesters. Of the 36 people in 2023 that were murdered by a household member, 81% of those were women. 82% of the cases involved, that thing. 25 of the 46 counties in the state of South Carolina down. Now for the law. There was a law that was introduced in the House of Representatives and the General Assembly, as well as the Senate. And both times, 3 times, it didn't even get off the floor. No legislator, other than a person who introduced it, put their name on it. The more names that get put on it, the more likely it's going to get to the Judiciary Committee. The Judiciary Committee will then look at the law, and they will craft it, get a subcommittee, study it, they'll pull it all together, and they turn it into good law. But we've got to get it there. There are other states. This is not a totally novel idea, people. Connecticut has the most comprehensive coercive control law bill there is. Legislative General Assembly not going to take a look at it. Massachusetts, Oklahoma, California, Hawaii, and the country of New South Wales, Scotland, and if I'm not mistaken, Australia. Not South Carolina. And the provisions of the bill would define coercive behavior. It has to have a definition so the police officers can recognize it when they come across it. It needs to list out the types of controlling behavior. It needs to have penalties. Whenever you create a bill like coercive control that criminalizes this behavior, it's a deterrent as well. It has a penalty as well. Because it would be a crime and because it takes the totality of the circumstances, everything put together. All of those things put together, because remember, one of those in and of itself does not rise to the level of coercive control. You got to group them up. When you group them up and it's part of the law, then the officer can go to the magistrate and give those details. And then the magistrate can issue a warrant for his arrest. Now, you need to, oh man, if I watched that boxing match last night, I like what Paul said. The truth is rising, and that's happening here too. Now we need your help. The law that was originally drafted is not complete. It's got some good bones to it. It needs some work, and we've been working on it. I personally have thought the idea that there should be another law that may not be criminal, but we put it in the family court law statute where it defines and says, redefines abuse is also including emotional abuse. So we can get you into court, get you an order of protection, and get the abuser with the restraining order and taking their guns away. At the back is a coercive control booth. There's petitions there. We need you to come sign the petition. When you sign the petition, you can sign the banner. And when we get that bill passed, we're going to do that. Your name will be on that banner as supporting it. You can also go back there and you will find that I have made it very easy for you to send letters to your legislators. have written a letter for you. You don't have to use mine. You say what you want to. It's a guide. But you need to say you want the coercive control law bill to be taken up in the General Assembly and assigned to the Judiciary Committee and a subcommittee. In that packet, I give you step-by-step instructions on how to find who your legislator is. That's the one in the Senate and the one in the House. And don't forget to find everyone that is on the Judiciary Committee. They may not be in your district, but they're on that committee that matters. Go to the back, that coercive control law bill, put it back there, pick up your instructions, and when you leave here, don't you put it down and forget about it. You put it at the top of your to-do list. In fact, right now, you can take out your cell phone and you can go to that website. As easy as that. SC for South Carolina, scstatehouse.gov. Find your legislator. Let them know that you are fired up. Now, we need to come together as a community. It looks like we're doing a good job right here. But we have to keep fighting. We got to keep talking. We got to keep putting this in the forefront. We can't let it die. We can't let it go. Every single human being has value. And if you're sitting there thinking that you don't, and you got invisible stuff that's happening to you at home that you can't describe to your neighbor that sounds like it's bad, then you are probably living in a coercive control environment. Now, I've got a bunch of books in the back. I know a lot about it. You come talk to me. We'll get you somewhere. We'll get you help. My guess, though, is most of those who may be living in a coercive control environment didn't get to come to this festival today. Now, if you know them, you talk to them. I am fired up, and I want you to be fired up. Thank you so much for everything that everyone is doing. I know I took up more time than I'm supposed to, but you know what? I do whatever I want to. Now we are going to fight, and you're going to see me. And let me make this promise too. If this bill doesn't get on the agenda of the General Assembly, I will be organizing that rally on the Capitol. We will set that place and turn it purple. Now, I really hope we don't have to, but I sure would be happy to do it. And I would like for you to come and join me. So let's make sure that we keep in touch with each other and share. Be kind to each other. By the way, if you're using abuse to spread the word to stop abuse, you're an abuser. You need to stop. Kindness, education, accountability. That's what we need. Now write your letters.
Justice for Mica!
Justice for Mica. Justice for everyone that lives in that situation. We're coming, honey. You just be patient.
Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.